Hello, my dear viewers. Welcome to this session. This is all about Leo. This is all for Leo. Now, my dear Leo, I'd like to welcome you first and wish you the best of the best wishes. I'm not here to chase the noise anymore. I'm here to let you know it's time to master your energy. This is a general reading about everything you need to know. But first, let me tell you, this is for July also. Information for July 2026. If your business, your bank account, or your wellness feels like they're stalling or they're in a loop, it's time to recalibrate. And I'm here to help you master that energy and let you know what is happening in the world. Let's reset your frequency so you can move from hustling to commanding. And that's what your energy is all about. You are a leader. Right now, Uranus is hitting your 11th house of community and big picture goals. So expect a radical shift in your network. The connections that don't serve your evolution are dropping away. And that is very important. This is your cue to automate, innovate, and get tech forward with your business. Meanwhile, with Venus in your sign, and this is really important for you to know, your magnetism is peaking. This is that time. Your money and love life will respond instantly to how you value yourself, not what you perform for others. And that is very important because this is a time where you can think about yourself in that way. Stop fixing other people's problems and focus on your own expansion. And this is what I have for you in regard to transits. Now I'm going to move on to the reading and see. Let's see what the reading says. Okay, starting with the first important factor. We're going to take two messages that are very important for every Leo. And here we go. And this is all about taking care of yourself, beauty, vanity, improving your looks, improving the way you dress, this is Venus again. You see that? Venus, improving the way you present yourself, the way you carry yourself. Beauty is about taking care of your health, your well-being, doing all the right diets, eating all the right foods. Stability. Stability is coming once you improve everything around you, everything that we just talked about, what the transits are doing, removing the hard work that you do for others and concentrating on yourself. That is going to give you more power to stabilize your life. Stability is on its way. Let's see if a little bit more, two more, and I'll cut only once for all Leo. It says you have been smothered at the mercy of doing for others, doing what other people want. It's like, even to the point where you're losing funds. You're not doing enough for yourself. There could be someone leaving and you might be feeling left in the cold. There may be a situation like that, but that is not going to remain. This is going to improve, and it's going to improve dramatically. So let's take on two more messages from this. There is a great new start. It says be a little bit patient with what you're doing, but there is a great new start that gives you a great victory. So a great victory is imminent, and that is wonderful to know. Now I'm going to take two messages again from this deck to see how your finances are doing, especially now that we have Venus, because Venus is also about not only love, but it is about money. So let's have a look. We're going to take two. Okay, so stability. Remember, we had stability. Now that's doubling up. As you can see, stability with the anchor. You can't go wrong. Things are going to be stabilizing now. Even if you make changes and if you're concerned, you don't have to be concerned. The changes that you make are going to be stabilizing your power and your stability. Whatever changes you do make, and I am making changes as a Leo. I do have Leo a lot in me. Sagittarius and Libra. So that's that one. And also I want you to know that if you're being stuck, like here, the way you're stuck, it looks to me like you might be stuck. That's changing. You are going to be financially sound. Things are going to be improving. Stability is coming. Even travel is coming. Solid finances. And to the point where you'll be able to invest. There's investment here. Deep values are needed. Strategic planning is needed. looking at the long term when you're investing with banking. Satisfying work conditions are coming also with the gold, and investment. That's very interesting. Okay, I'm going to take 2 more messages from another deck and see what else is there for you. Now, my dear Leo, it says you have to take care of your health. It's amazing. We've got beauty here, which is to do with health. And now again, with the mice, it's about health. Sometimes there could be illness or fatigue, working too hard, doing too much, stress. That can also add to your lack of well-being, feeling as though you're deteriorating, or maybe you're doing too much, my dear Leo. You're doing so much to the point where your health might be reducing to a level of worrying. You really need to pay attention to it, because I think some of you it's stress and fatigue combined. And I feel like a sense of freedom is going to help. And also there is going to be a change that's coming that's going to help in regard to this. Now there's the crow again, and the crow is about caution. It is about brilliance, but it's about caution. Caution to master the situations around you and to reach to a level where you need to be happy and your health needs to be happy. Let me put my glasses on. The crow also is about magic. Yes, magical power. You're going to find out how powerful you are once you just put some effort into spending time thinking about what you need to do and what to sort of like observe what needs to be done, what needs to change. You know, for the longest time, I wanted to bring the transits into the readings because they impact me on a grand scale and everybody. But I was never able to do it because my mindset was just to do the reading. But then I thought, no, this is important. This will help you understand why certain things are happening. You know, yes, there's a power shift and there may be people that you might care about. They might be leaving your life, right? That's what is here. There's somebody leaving. This is all happening to give you clarity and to uplift you to the next level. And that's what Uranus does. Uranus moves things. It actually impacts your life. It gives you clarity and you get to see the truth. You get to observe you for a change instead of doing for others. And there is going to be a very strong magical power to teach you how to move towards the new event, the new chapter, the new life. It's going to be fantastic. You are going to be very strong and there's a great victory for you. There is also a situation with problem solving, and that's what the crow is known about. Success is incredible. We got Sagittarius here, fire energy, another fire energy, and we got Temperance, which says, be patient. Things are going to be moving on a very high level for you. A lot of stability. Again, now we got 3 cards of stability. Temperance is stability. We got stability itself, and we got the anchor. 3 stability. So if you're feeling unstable, uncertain, I can see there are a lot of issues happening here. People leaving, situations ending, and you might be feeling a kind of instability. Remember that it's all happening to get you to the next level. There is a new beginning. So whatever that's no longer feasible for you is going to be removed out of your life. I wonder why these cards were left here. That's strange. Okay. Yeah, so that is very important. Now that we established that, I want to take on 2 more messages from another deck. Let's see what else is there. We've got 1, and I need 1 more. I'll turn it upside down. Okay, here we go. So it does look like there is going to be someone that you could be dealing with or meeting. Someone that might be of different culture, different influence, different religion, different religious belief, different upbringing, a different spiritual path, without a doubt. But you know what? Nevertheless, the connection might be overwhelming. Trust in the situation, they're saying. This situation is calling for you to have faith and trust. So don't let religion or other culture or something that's a different spiritual path stand in your way. Have faith and trust. Things are going to be doing well for you. So that is really wonderful. And then I'm going to take 1 or 2 tea leaves to see is there anything else special we need to know before I clarify some of the cards for all Leo. Okay, we've got an angel and we've got the knot and I'll take just 2 more maybe. We've got the scissors, which will cut the knot, logically speaking, but not necessary the same meaning. Okay, let me put my glasses on. The knot is about a complexity, a difficult situation that is going to come to an end by somebody leaving a separation. The scissors is about separation. The knot is about complication, difficulty, complexity. According to me, according to the tea leaf, it says unsuccessful plans with the knot and disappointment in some affair. Yet they can be. Because you're destined to leave a situation, a chapter is ending and you're moving towards a new chapter that brings you victory and the truth and so much power in knowing what's coming, what's happening, and spiritual guidance, protections from harm. So anything that happens that might seem a little bit difficult or complex or even fearful, you don't have to worry. You are protected from harm. So even though we have caution here, there is protection. Period of prosperity and abundance. That is wonderful. You need that. Now is the time for you to have your abundance. Now is the time for you to change your strategies and move things around so that they can work well for you. Now I'm going to clarify some of the cards, and starting with, I want to know about this new beginning. What is this new beginning all about? What is it going to bring to the table for every Leo? Okay, well, you know what? The first thing that it's doing is giving you a wonderful new start that's going to be expanding and expanding and expanding to different levels. It is going to end a chapter that you were feeling defeated, that every attempt, everything you were doing wasn't working. That's absolutely removed. And that could be in any kind of situation that you were struggling for and giving your best and feeling as though you're restricted or you're not. It's not working for you. It wasn't giving you what it was supposed to. That is coming to an end with this new beginning that's going to ignite something in you, and that is going to be very powerful and is going to take you to the next level. Let's have a look at the 8 of the Swords. What is this restriction, and when will this restriction end? And you know what? I feel like August, for some reason, I feel 5 to 8 weeks. August to September, perhaps. Okay, now talking about August, we got an 8 here again. So this was an 8 and this is an 8, and somebody's leaving, and it's connected to someone leaving here, the 5 of Pentacles. When someone leaves, this restriction is over. It's a situation you should have left some time ago, but you were procrastinating, maybe because of compassion reasons, maybe for the sake of others. You were putting other people's interests aside. Doing for other people, putting your interest aside. Finally, this was a karmic chapter and it comes to an end. The biggest end to a big battle. You're resting. You're resting from a big battle after this, and it's over. Let's move on to the next level. And the next level, I want to know about the 5 of Pentacles and see what is that somebody leaving. I'm going to take 3 cards because I want to understand it on a deeper level. Yes, this could be connected to someone that could be Cancer. Could have Cancer in them. They could also have Earth energy in them. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. I feel Taurus here very strong. And I feel Aquarius here strong too, to some degree. Now, Sagittarius, without a doubt, that's a Sagittarius card. I refer this to as Sagittarius. Since this is here, this could be Sagittarius. Now, what I want to tell you is very simple. Who is leaving, the person that's leaving, there could be 1 or 2 people leaving, or there could be 2 signs in one person that's leaving. The reason they're leaving is because something has shattered. And what is shattered is every attempt failed. You couldn't work well together, whether it's work, career related, relationship related, whatever it may be. You could not work well together. Things were just not working. You tried your best. You did everything you can. But the truth of the matter was this should have ended some time ago, just like we saw with the 7 of Swords. So it tells me that whatever is happening, it's happening for your highest good, because you know why? There is someone of fire energy entering your life. They could have earth energy in them too. They could have air. It'll be a twin flame either way, because fire with anything like air or earth is a twin flame, and someone is leaving and someone new is coming. And this new someone that comes, you are going to feel a certain kind of stability with this person, unlike anything you have felt. even though they might be different religion, different upbringing, there might be a cultural difference, but you need to trust that the heavens know what they're doing and they know who's coming and why they're coming. It's going to be a situation where you are going to be making major decisions in regard to a partnership. That's what's coming. It hasn't came out yet. So now I've got a fair idea. I do want to know about the illness, so I'm going to clarify the illness, even though people don't clarify anything except the tarot, but I do want to clarify the illness of the mice and the rat. Okay, you know what? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I love that. Love that. And the sun will be shining. You know why someone is leaving? Not only, usually the Six of Swords is to do with conflict, continuous conflict. Well, who's leaving is a person that's got Cancer in them. They've got water energy very strong, or they could have Pisces or Scorpio. Water energy very strong, but Cancer, because I saw the moon, that's why I'm saying Cancer. The point of the matter is this person's health is deteriorating. Their health is deteriorating, and maybe perhaps they are not capable of doing anything about it. You're not capable of doing anything about it. And before it gets really bad, something is happening and they're leaving. They're going. They don't want to cause trouble anymore. They don't want to be a burden. They don't want to they want to minimize the conflict if there is a conflict. Maybe they're so ill that you want to take them to doctors or to the hospital and they don't want to. And there could be something like that. That's just an example. But I do feel the illness here is to do with someone of water energy, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. And all this is happening so that they can move on to the next level and take a step and take action. And then finally the new beginning comes up again. You've got the Ace of Wands, you've got the Ace of Swords, and then you've got the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is the beginning of prosperity and the never-ending prosperity. It won't stop for a long time, prosperity. The growth here, the expansion and the ignition of something, igniting and giving you that power, that magical power that comes with the crow, to bring you success, the truth that gives you the utmost victory for something that you've been doing for the longest time and sacrificing and giving. All that, I feel like a sense of reward is coming, an incredible reward is coming, and it's going to take you to the highest levels of what you need most is stability. I feel like maybe you're not getting enough stability. Something might be missing, and I feel like this new beginning is going to stabilize your life on a grandstand, on a very high level, let's say. Stability to the highest level possible. And I love this for you because it seems to me like this is what's really needed, and you've been going without it. Maybe you've been at the mercy of the circumstances and just sacrificing and, just putting up with situations. And now it's time for you to have your justice. It's time for you to have your rights. And I feel like not only rights, but here I see rewards also. Great rewards are on their way to you. Love that for you. Absolutely love that for you. Wow. Okay. So someone is leaving, and that is... And the final thing I want to know about, I just want to know a little bit about this. I mean, with the abundance and the gold, we have a fair idea. A lot of money is coming. It goes without saying. But I want to see what else the crow is trying to say. What other caution should you, my dear Leo, be aware of? You know what? They were showing this, and now finally it came. And that's your card, and I'll take just one more. Okay, and there's the sun, and this time I can take it. Painful, hurtful truth is going to be there because this showed with but the sun comes later on and heals everything. A very suffocating chapter of your life comes to an end. A very suffocating chapter. And the way it comes to an end, it's like without the last challenge, it's just going to happen all of a sudden. Somebody will be leaving. Something's getting shattered. Now the moon again connects me to the Cancer, the ruler of Cancer. It can also be, sometimes they say it can also be the Pisces. But the moon is about revelations that are hidden. They could be about health. They'll be discovered. We're talking about the caution. Caution is needed. The revelations that are hidden Ultimately, you'll get to understand them. This person might be leaving. There is a possibility somebody could be passing. And this is going to reveal the truth to you as to why this is happening and where you're supposed to go. This is about you also and the path of your destiny that's emerging very soon. You are going to be given the power, the courage, the strength. There is no need to get angry when these things happen. They happen for a reason, to take you to the next level. And that's exactly where you're heading. The next level takes you to a life of abundance, the sun shining and giving you radiance, healing, vitality, and someone amazing that will be by your side, changing your life. That too comes with. And that's when you need to have faith. You have to trust this person that's coming. That might be different than the usual people that you deal with. They might have different culture, different religion, different upbringing. But you know what? It is going to be a twin flame perhaps, or even a soulmate. And the situation does require for you to have faith and trust. So that's very important. The sun also shines and brings you the abundance that you truly deserve. And there is a lot of abundance. With the bread also here, it shows absolute abundance coming your way. And the gold is about wealth and abundance. Solid finances and abundance. So that's what's coming. That's what is destined for you. Love that for you. Absolutely. So stability 3 times. That's very important to know. Not once. This is stability, this is stability, and this is stability. So for those of you who have been unstable, not knowing where you stand, when will this happen? When will I move this? When will I have this life? When will I have the home that I want? When will I have the job that I feel stable in? Whatever you've been questioning and wanting to know, the stability is coming. It's on its way to you. And having said that, I just remembered something very interesting that I need to do. I'm going to ask just I want 2 messages to answer something that you've been asking about. Even though we got the answer, stability and moving away from restrictions, and a very, very suffocating chapter. But I do want 2 more messages very quickly for every Leo to answer their heart's question, to give them guidance. Let's have a look. Okay, well, they're saying ask your angels before you do anything, because you need to reconsider taking some action. That's what this is saying. Ask your angels and reconsider. So if there isn't a plan or an idea that you're thinking about, which I was, I was thinking about a plan all of yesterday and the day before. They're saying to reconsider. It is going to take a lot out of me. And I don't have much to give. So I understand this. Reconsider. If you're thinking of taking on something new or something really big, reconsider. Wow. But ask your angels again, like meditate and try to get some answers, because I feel like the answers are going to be very supportive and let you know. Maybe you've worked too hard and you can't take on sort of more heavy lifting jobs or heavy jobs that take a lot out of you. Maybe it's time for you to sort of like minimize your work, because I do see fatigue a lot. I do see that you are tired. You've overwhelmed yourself by supporting, helping others, doing for this situation that was so complicated, that's finally leaving this knot, and finally something is ending and you're starting a new beginning. So take care of your health, relax, take care of your beauty, take care of your vanity, take care of your health. All of those things need your attention rather than jumping into something very big and very massive. Very important for you to consider my words. This is your reading and I love it for you. Do give me a thumbs up and let me know what you think. I wish you abundance of blessings in everything you do. Namaste.